guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 12. I have to be honest, I cannot believe that I'm actually even about to make this video. I never really thought that I would be in a place where I could make this video and feel confident about what I'm about to say, but I do. I've worked really hard, and if you saw the description at all or the title of this video, you know that we're about to talk about skincare. I just want to preface this by saying that if you're watching this because you actually are having skincare issues or acne issues or anything like that, I want you to know that I know how it feels and I'm sorry. I've been there before, and I'm gonna show you some before pictures and some footage even of how my skin used to look. And I just want you to know that I am a person who has suffered from cystic acne, hormonal acne, hyperpigmentation, or hyperscarring, if you will. If you think hyperpigmentation is too strong of a term, immediate scarring could be another way that you could think of it. I have large pores, hormonal acne, did I say that? Everything. You name it. I've had that kind of acne. It's not fun. And so if you're kind of watching this out of desperation, I really want to help you. I am not gonna lie to you, I don't have time for that, and nor do I need to do that. And what I'm saying might not work for you, but this is what has really honestly and truly worked for me. So I hope it will encourage you to keep your head up and keep on going. And with that being said, the keep your head up part, I also want you to know that when my acne was at its worst, I never allowed myself to feel like I needed to cover it up. Does that mean I didn't ever want to cover it up? No, that's a lie. I often wanted to cover it up, but something I would encourage you if you're struggling, and this could apply honestly to any area of your life, but especially with like your physical appearance, don't put on makeup or cover it up because you're trying to feel better about yourself. I know that that's really hard to swallow, but you need to recognize that you aren't, the substance of who you are isn't found on the outside. And it is hard. It takes a lot to leave your door, walk out your door, go out into the world knowing that you don't look the way that you feel on the outside. But if you're putting on makeup to try to hide or to put on a mask or to distract people from who you really are, you're wearing it for the wrong reason and you're not helping, you're hurting yourself. And so there were a lot of days when I wanted to put on makeup just to cover it up because I didn't want people to be distracted or whatever, and I made myself not do it because I knew I was trying to hide. And those were hard days, but those were good days because I learned, number one, the people who were still nice to me were the people who I actually wanted in my life, but also I learned that, hey, I can still carry myself with dignity and you can see my most visible flaws and I'm okay. And I think that that is really important. So just remember that it doesn't really matter how you look. I remember, and this is the last tangent I'll go on, but I remember a couple years ago, maybe a year ago, I had the ugliest car you have ever seen. It was a Honda Civic. This thing, the paint was peeling off of it. Like as you would drive down the street, little pieces of paint would like fly up and hit the windshield, hit other cars. It was ridiculous. And on the inside, like the roof of this thing was falling and tattered. If you tried to drive with your windows open, which you often would because the AC wasn't that great, all the little pieces would get in the air and you'd be like coughing. It was embarrassing. It literally looked like a cat had just like torn that thing up. And if I had ever seen a stranger in that car, I would have honestly been afraid of them. Like tried to stay away, thought that maybe they weren't safe. But I knew that the reason I had that car was a good reason. Number one, it was super reliable. My husband works on cars. He told me, hey, this is a super reliable car. I'd been in a car accident and I just needed to grab something off the market. And also, I was trying to save money. And so it was really good on gas. It looked atrocious, but it was one of the wisest decisions I could have made. And to see the car, you would think, oh, they don't have any money, blah, blah, blah. No, I owned 2 houses at that time. Like, we were doing fine. It had nothing to do with who I really was. It was just the choice that I made for that time. And it did a lot for my character for me to drive in that car and to go all the places I would have gone in a nice car and to do all the things I would have done with my head held high, walk into interviews and be like, doesn't matter. And there's a place for that stuff, but you just need to remember that that's not who you are. And so anyway, I say all that to say, do not watch this and do these things so that you can feel better about yourself. Just do it so that you can be healthy and you can clear up your skin. Okay, so here we go. I have a list so I don't get off track. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by showing you guys some before pictures, this and some before footage. This is what my skin used to look like. You can see that I have really large pores. I have all kinds of scarring. My worst areas have been like my lower chin area and just really texture issues too. Lower chin area, and then like my cheeks recently started really getting crazy for Lord knows what reason. So those are the two areas that really have been the worst on my face. Let's get into the magic, the things that help. Number one, I would say to study your face. Learn your face. I went online, I went onto Pinterest, and I started seeing these face charts. You can say you believe in them, you don't believe in them, it doesn't matter. I saw these face charts, and I'll try to put one below or at the side so you can see what I mean right now. And in the chart, basically, it divides your face into different sections, and it says, you know, this section of your face, if it breaks out, that's related to this other thing. So for example, one says like cheekbones are respiratory issues, lower, like T-zone, obviously that's you're dirty, lower chin area, hormonal, just all of those different areas. And I started looking at those, and it really got me thinking, maybe I should pay attention to the things I'm eating and how I'm feeling and see where my breakouts are and examine my life and figure out, am I struggling in one of those areas, and is my face really just trying to tell me something? And what I found, honestly, was astounding. The number one thing that I found was that my chin was really telling me something, and it wasn't just hormonal. And I'll get to that in a minute. So I would definitely say study your face and pay attention to the things that you're doing in your life, because it's gonna usually be linked to something else. All of your acne is because of something. It's not just, I have acne. It's usually attached to something else. The next thing that's really helped me is keeping it simple. So these are honestly the 3 things I use on my face every day. The main things I use to try every single facial, all the fun pretty things in the jars that you saw at Target or whatever store, and honestly I think it was wrecking my face. It was making my face so sensitive. I already have sensitive skin, I have eczema prone skin and all of that, and my skin just couldn't catch a break. And I thought that I was helping it, you know, I was trying to do charcoal masks and all that. No, if you're doing a lot of different things with your face every single day and you're struggling with acne, you need to simplify. So here are my products. For my face wash, this Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser. They have another one that is like a daily facial lotion cleanser. It's thicker, and I do not like that. I like this one. This one is clear. It's not milky like the other one. Use the clear one. This is the one that I like, at least. The gentle one was just too gentle, and it didn't lather at all, and that really bothers me. I know that bubbles don't mean clean, but still. Speaking of cleaning, so I use one of 2 tools to wash my face. I either use a washcloth, a clean washcloth. I never reuse washcloths. This washcloth I'm using for this video is going into the laundry. I will not use this on my face. It is now dirty. It has touched my hands. I don't use dirty washcloths. You can go to any store, Walmart, you can buy a pack of 12, and there's no reason that you should be using a dirty washcloth on your face, because when you think about it, if you reuse that washcloth, you're literally taking all the dead skin cells and everything and putting them back on your face, and then you're wondering, why is my face upset? You're putting dirty stuff on it when you're trying to clean it. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's something I got from my mother, clean washcloth. Or I'll use this brush. This is a brush, it's missing a little, that I absolutely adore. My cousin gave it to me for Christmas last year, and it's kind of like the Hypersonic. I'm gonna have to look it up and find the name of it for you guys. But the packaging, I remember, just said that this material doesn't hold dirt as much, and it's way easier to clean. And so it's not like the hypersonic brush or whatever you call it, the one that spins. I used that for a while, and I actually think it messed my skin up even more. It was a little bit harsh for my face, and I liked it as far as the buffing was concerned. Like, it really took off all the dead skin cells, but I think it took too much away. This one doesn't spin, it just vibrates. And it has a low setting and a high setting. And I just put my soap right on here, put it under the water, and then I lather it straight on my face. And I do this in the shower. That's another tip for you. Doing your facial care in the shower when your pores are open is really helpful. It's been helpful for me. So I use those things. Then if it's the daytime, I always wear sunscreen. I have, uneven skin tone. That was the thing I forgot. Uneven skin tone. And so I always have to wear sunscreen every single day of the year, 365. And so this is the one I'm using right now. Some sunscreens I find leave like a super crazy haze on your face. This one doesn't leave a haze, which I love if you're looking for a non-hazy sunscreen. I'll let you see it again. Doesn't leave a haze. It doesn't sting my eyes. It's for sensitive skin experts, protecting light moisturizer, SPF 15. So it's not super strong, but it's by Simple, kind to skin, no harsh chemicals. This is the kind of thing I needed. I wanted something very, very simple. That is very, very simple. And then last but not least, this is the thing that has combated my breakouts when they were inevitable, and that is Curology. So the other two things I showed you were just for moisturizing and cleansing. This is what I use to fight acne. So if you don't know what Curology is, it's a subscription skincare service. You go online, you fill out a really quick and easy survey, and they assign you to a dermatologist. Then you tell the dermatologist exactly what you need and what you want to get out of your skincare, and they send you special acne care every single month right to your mailbox. So Curology provides a cleanser, moisturizer, and a night cream, but the one that I use right now is just the night cream. So this is just the night cream. It's got 3 active ingredients in it, and that's it. And like I said, it's customized just for you. I've been using it for over 6 months now, and I am absolutely shocked and completely pleased with the results. So the way that I would describe how Curology has kind of attacked my acne is, I think that it's dried it up, if you will. So I still will get the different breakouts if I'm not doing some of the other things that I have on my list. And then instead of it coming to a head and being really big and swollen, it's as if I just have a clogged pore. So I put it on every night. I see I'm gonna have a breakout the next morning or within a day. I have a clogged pore in that place, and then I just, clear the clogged pore and I go on about my business. No scarring, no nothing. It's really kind of crazy. So I can tell that it's actually actively fighting the acne and not doing anything on the inside of my body. It's just fighting the acne, which I really appreciate. So let's get to doing things on the inside of our bodies. This is probably the last and most secondarily influential part. So remember what I said about my chin and how I noticed that the things I was doing were really, really influencing my chin, and it's usually hormonal. My little brother Cameron actually mentioned this. He was like, I stopped eating sugar because it made me break out. And I was like, that's so dumb. I don't think that's true. I am a sugar girl. I want to eat dessert before dinner. I want to eat dessert before bed. I want to have dessert at lunch. Like, I love eating sugary things. And so the thought of kicking out all the sugar and then kicking out things that turn into sugar in your bloodstream was very, very overwhelming and stressful and annoying to me. I really didn't want that to be true, but I decided to try it. I decided to try not eating ice cream every day and just different places that I saw I had a higher sugar intake and see what it did to my body. It cleared up 2/3 of the acne on my lower chin area. Sugar is definitely linked to it. When I eat unhealthy and greasy foods, my forehead breaks out. It's just like clockwork. Like, I literally know if I have Bojangles, I'm gonna have one. I had Bojangles the other week. You see that? That's what that's from. So now that I've kind of learned my body that way, it's really so much easier to predict and so much easier to control, because that doesn't mean I don't have sugar ever, but I just have less, or I have it more spread out and different things like that. And I know that my face thanks me for it. In the same token, water. I started drinking so much more water, and I started drinking kombucha. Now, if you guys don't drink kombucha or you don't know what that is, I actually have a video from a long time ago about kombucha. I was brewing it for a long time, and essentially kombucha is a living drink that has healthy probiotics in it and healthy bacteria. And so what it does is it helps your body to fight some of the toxins in you and to flush those things out. And so I think my body was really just full of a lot of toxins, and my body was hurting, and so it was coming out on my face. The last thing that I've noticed really helps is a satin pillowcase and sleep. And those two things kind of go together. When I use a cotton pillowcase, if I go to a hotel or friend's house and I don't bring a satin pillowcase, which you can find them at the dollar store, but if I don't bring one of those with me, I promise you, my face will break out. And if it doesn't break out, it'll be really dry, patchy, all this kind of thing unnecessarily. It's really a no-brainer. Satin pillowcases help because they don't harbor as much dirt as cotton does, and they also don't suck up as much moisture. So it really helps your face or your hair to maintain the moisture and to stay hydrated, and that will help fight breakouts and keep it healthy and supple. And so that, combined with just sleeping more so that my face can heal itself, those two things have been game changers for me. One more thing that I totally forgot that I also changed in my lower chin area is the way that I remove hair. So this is the hair removal deal, is a whole nother video that if you guys want to see, great, I'm gonna put it out pretty soon. But I love to go get threaded, and I was getting my chin threaded. And I noticed that the women there, they tried to clean their hands and stuff, but I think that getting my chin threaded by someone else was really messing up my chin as well. I was already breaking out because of the sugar. Then I would go get it threaded and it would spread. And then I would get my period and I'd get a cystic one, and so it would be even worse. Those three things going around and around in a cycle just made my chin like the worst ever. Guys, I hope that this video helped you. If it did, give it a thumbs up. If you liked it, you want to see more videos like this, I'm also going to do another video on facial hair removal and all the different things that I do. I know how to thread and a bunch of other things, so let me know if you want to see that, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.